Alright, you guys were expecting the movie review. Damn, I broke my glasses. Oh well. I really gotta be honest, I was not hyped for Moana 2. But wait a minute, Sean, didn't you just post on your Instagram story like a few months back that you were hyped for this film? And that you actually gave a good positive review when you did the trailer reaction? Yes. Yes, I did. And I'd be a hypocrite right now saying I didn't. However, I really don't know why I lost all the hype to it. I think it just went kaput. For real, I really don't know why. Maybe it had to do with the fact that there was a big epic musical the week prior and that just took out all the hype. Maybe it had to do with the fact that I ate so much during the Thanksgiving meal and my fat ass just wanted to just do nothing but play Fortnite with my friends. Or maybe the fact that it had to do with the atrocious history of how modern Disney's been. But really, I'm never going to solve that problem, so I really wouldn't care. And yes, I'm completely aware that Disney has had a good couple of hitters here and there, but it's never been consistent like it used to be pre-pandemic. And honestly, I didn't even want to do this review to begin with, but you know what? Everyone and their grandma is talking about this movie. I like making videos and talking about movies with y'all, but most importantly, I like you guys. Anyways, Moana 2 is the sequel to the successful 2016 film. This time the story is about Moana receiving a call from the ancestors where she must go on a dangerous quest out to seas in order to save her entire people from future extinction. Real quick, if you like what you see hereafter, please give this video a like and share and even hit that subscribe button to the Obsessive Movie Geek to see more content and more reviews on here. Now we all know the old saying about sequels are never as good as the first, but then again, there's always been those rare occasions where a piece of golden cinema does come out and elevate the franchise to a whole nother level. Unfortunately, Moana 2 is not one of those. The film for sure is a downgrade to how whimsical the first film was able to capture all of us. I mean, it does have its moments where it is enjoyable, it has good humor, and it's watchable to say the least. I'll give it that. However, the animation feels very tacky on here. I mean, it's almost like as though it was created by AI. There's a lot of side characters in this film that are not really fully fleshed developed, and they just come off very annoying multiple times. And there's actually a good reason behind this, because it turns out the director of this film admitted that this movie was never supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a sequel to Moana as a TV show. And there, they were supposed to give more character development to the side characters and less on Moana, but we all know how supreme overlord companies can be when they want to change things at the last moment and go in a whole different direction, because you know what? That is best for business. I think one of the worst parts about this movie is the fact that there is literally no catchy song in this movie. I can't even think of one single song that I thought that had like very memorable lyrics that I just want to hum it or I just want to sing it. No, you had that in the first movie. This one, it was completely different. But then again, Lin-Manuel Miranda was not involved in this movie at all. Hence, shocker, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm not surprised. But then again, he's off doing another movie somewhere else for Disney, another film that I'm not hyped about, but that's a different story. The first two acts of the film, they're fine, and once again, the voice acting is good. I mean, you can always count on the dual relationship of Moana and Maui being the backbone of this franchise, and there are a few good couple of comedic one-liners in there that got me chuckling a little bit. I'm not gonna lie about that. But it's very slow paced with a story that's really struggling to try and keep the audiences engaged, alongside with one of the most one-dimensional villains and probably one of the worst Disney villains I've ever seen in a long time. If this was all that was to show, I would have just given this a mediocre score. However, there was just one tiny thing that really did save its own behind, and that's the third act. The third act, I was actually more engaged. Things were actually starting to pick up and get more interesting. And that's the thing that I've always noticed about films. And actually, I learned this from a while back. A movie can start off very bad. It can even be bad in the middle. However, if your film is able to come off with a good ending, that is the complete safe for a film. And that's what it did. It saved off from being bad, just by a hair. So for that, I'm gonna give Moana 2 a 6 out of 10. It's definitely no Oscar contender for Best Animated Feature, but we all know that it's being successful at the box office. Not really quite surprised, knowing how the reputation of the first Moana was. People are going to be hyped to see this one, and also it's the Thanksgiving break. Box office records are being shattered, so you know for sure there's going to be a third installment. And yay, I guess, if they continue with this direction, they should have just stuck to streaming.